I'll take it with me again. Let's see. There's exactly one black light emitter with this socket size. Let's see what sort of hidden things you can bring to light. Oh, yes, there's something written here. Looks like a small formula. A chess piece and then x plus 5. I'll write it down. I'll take it with me again. You're coming with me. Let's see what sort of hidden things you can bring to light. There's another formula here. I'll write it next to the other one. A square, and then x times 3. Oh, there's something visible in the black light on the inside here. There's another formula here. I'll write it next to the other one. 10 minus x. I'll take that.
Is this the right time to redecorate?
Let's see what hidden things you can reveal. There's another formula here. I'll write it next to the other one. A bird and then x minus 3. I've seen everything there is to see here. Let's hope there's something else hidden somewhere. There has to be a way to open this. It looks like you don't need a special code for it. A 1, a 2, a 0, a 4. I suppose these rules could have something to do with the safe. Finally! Come on, I must have hidden something interesting here. This is finally my real ID card. Commander Tessa Carter. Maybe I can find something in the logbook.
You could also use it to reactivate me.
Good idea. But, won't that erase your memory or something?
No, that should not happen.
Good. Come here then.
Registering Commander Carter.
Core?
Confirmed.
Is it you? I mean, like before.
My basic subroutines cannot answer philosophical questions.
Then let me put it this way. Do you remember?
Short-term memory cache empty. No backup available.
Damn.
Awaiting input.
Input? Damn it. I'd have to start with Adam and Eve for you to understand our situation. At least you've stopped making stupid jokes.
You always wanted me to be more humorous.
I knew you were playing with me. It's nice to see you're not just a cold-hearted machine. I don't know what I'd do without you. But back to business. Do you have any new information that might help us?
Not as such, but thanks to your authorization as commander, I was able to access the hitherto locked hologram recordings.
That sounds good. Let's not waste any time. Tony.
No more field work? As commander of the station, everything will be less dangerous? Isn't that what you said? And yet you're on this mission to make sure everything's being done correctly. I understood you. I was always there to support you. But then you made a mistake and I misjudged you. Because of the emergency protocol, every single team member's location was checked to begin rescuing them. This revealed that Tessa Carter isn't out there. But instead, flying with Mark is someone called Melissa Luna. Who is this Melissa Luna, I wondered. And so I asked the vice commander, the doctor, everyone. Nobody knows. The entries and examinations, all forged. According to the mission data, she was part of all kinds of missions in the last few years. First-rate references, lots of results. She could be your rival. And then I had this nagging idea. I compared her mission data to yours. Melissa Luna was always on expeditions whenever you had to work, usually while you were out somewhere else. Whenever you had to leave for an emergency, or when there were issues with the radio units, anything that would need the attention of a commander. And at the same time, Melissa Luna was out exploring with the rover. But because Melissa Luna doesn't exist, there's only one explanation. You were driving across the planet in that rover, and fed the rover with forged data. Otherwise, someone might have noticed. Me. I swore I'd love and cherish you. I'd support you in whatever you did, and I would have, even with this, if you'd trusted me. But instead, you kept it a secret and lied to me. You always want to do everything on your own, and without help. I just don't get it. I want to see you again and talk about this. I'm sure you can explain everything. We've had contact from a ship that can evacuate us. Who knows if we'll ever get a chance like this again. And so I voted against waiting for your return. I want to begin the evacuation as soon as possible. Unfortunately, my vote was the deciding one. Maybe I'll come to regret this. But staying here, and maybe even losing Finn, instead of you, I can't. I hate myself, but all of the stuff recently, forgive me.
I'd love to say none of this makes sense, but as shocking as it is, it also fits the picture.
You still have no recollection of any of this?
Just fragments. I think it's getting better. I remember the emptiness of not feeling any thrills, no challenges. And the fear of disappointing everyone if I were to return to my old job. The one I really wanted to live. But to think I'd go that far and do everything in secret? I wouldn't have thought that. And that's why I wasn't with them when they fled.
Then why become commander?
That dilapidated house I saw Anthony and Finn in last night. It belonged to Tony's parents. We lived there when Finn was born because we couldn't afford our own place yet. And it didn't get better afterwards. Maybe I thought I could kill two birds with one stone. Adventures for me, all while being paid properly and being able to provide for my family. Maybe Tony thought I was being selfish. And maybe he was right. Either way, I bit off more than I could chew.
But at least now we know where they are. They have been evacuated, picked up, and brought to safety.
They were fleeing from something. We know that for sure. Tony was so scared of it. So scared for Finn, that he even left me behind. We have to find out what they were fleeing from, and if they made it.
We have access to all readable hologram recordings now.
Yes, you're right. The truth has to be here somewhere. We just have to find it.
Welcome back. Any luck?
Oh, yeah. Some sponges and a few weird mushrooms.
Well then, have fun with them.
Will do.
Was that all for today?
Yeah, you can close everything down.
Excellent.
It's all closed and locked. How is that even possible?
I have no idea, but I agree with you. I'll go through all the protocols again. Maybe someone else opened it. Maybe Anthony went out to pick some flowers again.
The gate was closed. You can see it on the surveillance cam. She just went through.
Impossible.
Is that our ship? The one we crashed with?
Mark, what are you doing?
I'm just borrowing it. I have to attach something. I'll return it later.
Hey, Fry, are you okay? What happened? Where's Brown?
That's a damn good question. I think the answer is everywhere. Wizard of Oz mission. Don't get me started. More like Baba Yaga the Witch.
What are you talking about?
She just showed up, man. At least I think it was a woman.
Watch your tone when you're talking to me. And what happened then?
She made him disappear. He was gone. We saw her stand on a cliff. A woman in a spacesuit. Kenneth approached her and she looked at him. Boom! One gesture of her hand and he was gone.
What do you mean, gone?
Gone as in turned to dust.
Are you drunk? Did this woman not see you?
No, I was hidden behind a hill. Then she started turning towards me, and I jumped into the rover and drove off. I got beat up pretty bad, but I didn't care.
And you want me to believe this hogwash?
Yes, I know what I saw. I maybe don't know who it is, but that woman was wearing one of our suits.
Right. You're going to medical. Right now. Have them check out your head. And can you do it?
No idea. I can't find the problem. The power cells are empty, and I'm not going to drag them into the sun to charge them up.
The solar module has been wonky for a while now.
We're just going to have to make do with the other rover.
Keep trying. You have 2 hours. Otherwise, we'll take the other rover and set off in that.
Any ideas? Because I'm stumped.
Nope, the solar module is broken and we don't have a replacement. And the cables don't fit the hydrogen systems because nobody is able to decide on a standard for them yet. You know, the emergency generator by the drilling hole has a battery that it charges while it's running. That one might fit.
Mark would kill you.
Yeah, it would only last a couple of hours, but if they ever pick the rover up, well, at least they wouldn't have to push it.
I'll keep it in mind.
A tension strap. Now I have 2 of them. It's got power from the station, but just shows error messages when I start it. As much as I'd love to just cruise around the planet and clear my head, we have to find out what happened here and where everyone went.
Doesn't work? Yeah, right. I mean, I came here yesterday to check. What the hell? There's a cog missing. And what? Mark!
I hate this gate so much. I hate this whole station. A penny? If I find out who put a penny in here, am I the janitor at a primary school or something? There we go. All set to work.
Tony, we saw her again yesterday. At first on a security cam, and then we saw her in person. She somehow made the plants grow faster? They're already covering parts of the building outside.
We have to be careful, but we can't do anything but evacuate. She doesn't seem to be dangerous, even though we don't know how she's doing what she's doing. The ship will be here in 3 days.
The return was scheduled for yesterday.
As if I didn't know that. What?
She said something.
And what did she say?
That's not important, but it's the way she sounded.
What did she sound like?
She sounded like Tessa.
Impossible. Your imagination is playing tricks on you, Joe.
You think? She's already doing things that should be impossible. So what does that change?
You're stressed, Joe. Tessa wants to and will save us. You know her. She won't kill us.
You're probably right. Sorry, I just had to tell someone. To say it out loud.
Don't worry, Joe. We'll get through this.
Hey, Mark, it's just like you said. The output is getting lower, and the impurities are getting stronger.
Shoot.
Alright, thanks. The transport ship has already made contact and will be here soon. Please discuss with Anthony how we might extract the Gaffinium. There must be a way.
Understood.
What is this mess? What happened up there?
That's just it, Mark. Like I said, everything's changed. And we're not just talking about moving around a chair or painting the walls. The console was moved to the other side. The corner was intact, and...
Who did this?
I don't know who she is, but it's got to be the one Fry told me about. She never even touched this stuff.
It's supposed to contain a battery that fits into the rover. This cylinder down here looks like the compartment for it. This has to be the compartment the mechanic was talking about.
Alright, I guess all the cables have to come off first.
And there it is.
I saw it with my own eyes, Tessa. She transformed the drill room in seconds while floating in the air.
I believe you.
We have to evacuate with the shuttle.
Where to? It's capable of flying through space, but is used for locomotion on the planet. It doesn't have enough power to get us all to any spaceport. And there are reasons why we are not on the other planets drilling for resources. They are barely habitable.
So should we just wait?
No. We go for double security. We will send out a distress signal for an evacuation. Our best chance is that a ship will hear it and get us out of here. At the same time, we will examine the most promising accessible planet for a chance of survival. The scouts will come back. In case no other ship has arrived and the planet is habitable, we will evacuate on our own with the shuttle.
That is risky, especially for the scouts.
I am the best pilot. I will fly.
I thought so. I will accompany you.
What?
Joe, you can do this. Mark and I have been a team for many years and have the most experience of anyone here in exploring alien planets. I will not entrust this mission to anyone else in my place and put him or her in that kind of danger. You guys set the signal, get everything ready, and seal off the station until we return or you get picked up.
All right.
Good. I need a list of all the planets and the scientific assessment of their habitability and distance.
Understood. Okay, everyone ready? The emergency lockdown is about to be initiated.
Ready!
Very good. Here it goes.
Warning, emergency lockdown.
Damn it!
Okay, you go there, you over here. Ow! Crap! Just leave me alone. Damn technology.
No, we're always happy to see you, Mr. Bishop.
I don't want to keep you. You're doing an outstanding job. But there is some important news. In just about a year's time, you will be able to leave this planet. The yields have been decreasing, which has nothing to do with you, and the trade routes have shifted. All those involved will receive compensation and alternative positions, or other options and settlements, whatever they prefer.
Well, what can I say? I will inform my staff.
I will be speaking to a few of your team members personally. Your husband, for instance. But apart from that, are there any grievances you have to report?
Well, we're missing a team. They should have gotten back yesterday, but there was a storm in that sector, so we're not too worried yet. The second rover and a team is ready to look for them, but so far we don't think that's necessary.
Insightful. I agree with you. Nevertheless, keep an eye out.
Of course. Always. 3 planets within the solar system can be reached. Their calculated vitality is at 22, 29, and 42%. As a comparison, this planet is at 94%. Their distances are 2 days, 2 days again, and 4 days respectively. The ship has enough power for 10 to 11 days, depending on whether there are any complications and how much energy it would take to navigate the planet. Pretty tight then.
I've seen worse.
True. Save the third planet's coordinates on the ship, and thanks for your efforts.
You seem pretty sure.
Yes, it's unpleasant, but...
I meant you seem happy.
What? No, I'm not happy with these circumstances at all. I mean, I enjoy and miss the thrill of a challenge. I have to admit, that sort of thing just gives me... life. Energy. But I would prefer if there was not so much at stake. I suppose it is 3 times.
Okay, quiet please, everyone. Thanks. Okay, yesterday we received a reply from the Kalenko. They will reach us in 2 days. As it's a pretty big ship, they're going to have to land outside in a quite far away sector. We have set up an emergency shelter and will get everybody there.
What about those who are still out there?
They're 2 days overdue and aren't reacting to any radio signals. We don't know their exact location. We have no choice.
And that's enough for us to just abandon them?
Let me explain what we have planned. Then we can discuss everything. And considering the situation, I would be happy to vote on this. Okay? Good. So, our plan is to lock down the facility with the NOAA evacuation protocol. We can easily keep the doors to the lab and storage open by other means. Iron bars should do the trick. That way they will have access to tools and food. We will only take what we need for the evacuation. The Kalenko is equipped with long-range scanning technology and life support systems. Maybe we can convince the commander to wait a few days. Even if our missing crew members can't contact us, we will notice their re-entry into the atmosphere.
The commander is going to go nuts and do nothing when we tell him what's happened here. Tessa and Mark are dying out there. It's just like when Brown and Summers didn't show up again.
If it's as bad as you say and as bad as we all think, then we shouldn't be staying here, should we? They'd have done the same, however reluctantly, because it's our best chance at survival. In fact, those are our orders, but my offer still stands. We can hold a vote. Commander Carter, I hope this message reaches you in time. I've tried to reach you on every single channel. There's been no reply so far, but I'm trying one final time. We've started the evacuation protocol NOAA and almost completed it. A rescue ship is on its way and will pick us up. We have already set up a temporary shelter at the evacuation point. We haven't heard from any other ships. I can't say when we'll be able to send out a team to get you. I don't even know if the corporation will be willing to do that. They wanted to abandon this outpost anyway, as you know. The whole team and their families, they're all either already at the evacuation point or will be there soon. I'll join them in a moment. We've had problems with our vehicles, but we haven't had time to take care of them. I will be reluctantly using the last functioning rover to get to the evacuation point. One of the broken rovers remains in the hangar. I hope you and Mark can get it working again. I also hope you will get back in time and that I will see you again. The evacuation point sector in the database is 29-14-Z...
That's her core. That means it can't be Mark. But then she was the danger we ran away from. So she was here then.
It looked like she was keeping the security officer from speaking.
Yes. However she did that. She was a few meters away from him. But she didn't want me to find out this point's name. She said that it wasn't planned that he couldn't speak. What does this all mean? How long ago was this core?
79 days.
The sector began with 2914? That wasn't all. The evacuation point should be listed in the database and reachable by rover.
They won't be there anymore, Tessa.
I hope so.
You still want to go there?
It could take weeks to repair this console. Months until we establish contact with a ship. Setbacks, despair, boredom, solitude. And all the while we'll have a mysterious figure running around. Sooner or later I'll be sitting in that rover trying to figure out what I'm doing all this for and if my family managed to get away. To safety. I should have that certainty before I put everything I've got into repairing this thing.
That is illogical. The longer you survive, the higher the chance of getting that certainty is, and your chances of survival are highest here.
I know it's illogical, but I have to do it. I have to follow my instincts.
You can manipulate your instincts. I know that from other interactions with humans. Just imagine hugging them tightly.
My thoughts are only showing me how they're sitting there, huddled up in fear in a makeshift shelter, waiting for salvation that never comes. Or never came. I have to get that thought out of my head. Only then can I concentrate on my own survival.
I do not have enough limbs to physically hinder you. According to the security officer, they made their way to an evacuation point which lies in a sector beginning with 29 to 14. The final 2 digits are missing. Without them, we are unable to locate the evacuation point with certainty.
Doctor, I'd like to have a word with you about the commander. Who is he?
You know I can't tell you, Mr. Bishop. Doctor-patient confidentiality.
Well, it's my duty to ensure that everyone in this station survives. I won't be visiting for another year, so I need you to give me any and all relevant information.
You're making me break all the rules, and believe me when I say I am not happy. But I understand. Let me put it this way. He is feeling the pressure and thinks he can deal with everything. But his medical records say otherwise.
Insightful, and good to know. And our leading explorer?
Tessa is happy to throw herself into her work, rarely sleeps, and consistently delivers top results. I always advise her to take time to relax, but that just makes her laugh. Her examination results are always normal, so I don't have any authority for a medical intervention, but...
No buts. She is showing exactly the level of commitment I expect.
That doesn't surprise me. Well then, let's have a look. No, the scans confirm the blood levels and all other tests, Joe. He's perfectly healthy. No abnormalities or substances in his blood. Nothing. And compared with the last routine examination, there are pretty much no differences. Not even showing signs of shock, which frankly doesn't surprise me. He's always been pretty hardened when it comes to things like this.
But he's been talking about some witch who just made his teammate vanish.
What? So why didn't they find a body?
He didn't say she killed him, but that he just vanished into thin air, and then he went back to the station immediately. And I thought you would tell me that he's just in over his head. Cabin fever, homesick, lack of oxygen, scurvy, psychological problems, sweaty feet. Anything that would be comprehensible.
Well, I'd need more time for a psychological examination, but physically, there are no indications of any issues.